Belgium has gotten an amazing new roller coaster with Mecalodon. But how does it stack up against the best roller coasters of the country? Let's find out. These are the 10 best roller coasters in Belgium. And make sure to let me know your list in the comments after watching this video. Let's hurry right into number 10, Huracan at Bellewaerde. This zero family coaster is one of the biggest hidden gems in Belgium and maybe even Europe. The ride starts out with a dark ride section through a Mayan temple, showing different scenes before it takes you up the lift hill. This brings you into the only outside section of the coaster, which has you dip into a small drop over the facade of the temple, before the punchy main drop takes you back inside. What follows is a twisted layout, full with lights and lasers to enhance the experience. These turns pull more G-forces than you would expect from this unassuming family coaster, and eventually brings you into the brakes. Even this section still looks amazing, as there is an elaborate laser effect greeting you. This entire ride is enhanced by the onboard soundtrack. At least, if it works. Huracan was the biggest surprise at Bellewaerde for me, but it did get beaten by number 9, Wakala. Wakala is a dynamic Gerstlauer family coaster with a few tricks up its sleeve. From a twisted and surprisingly punchy drop, into a few small airtime moments and fun twists and turns, and ending with a scenic spike over the lake. Especially in the front car, you go far up that spike, which makes for an amazing visual for both the riders and onlookers. These colorful trains shoot through the foresty area and have a fun interaction with the alpine coasters, Dawson Duel. All of this makes Wakala the best roller coaster at Bellewaerde, but this does show a big gap in their lineup. Wakala isn't a headline coaster, and besides Boomerang, there are no trail coasters at the park. Bellewaerde is missing that one standout roller coaster, and rumors have been floating around that they will be getting a Vekoma suspended trail coaster. Let's hope this happens soon, because then Bellewaerde will have an entry higher up this list. But for now, we are sticking with family coasters, because we are heading over to number 8, Tiki Waka at Walibi Belgium. In a park with many standout rides, Tiki Waka pleasantly surprised me. This Gerstlauer bobsled has a dynamic layout over the lake. The dips and turns are all plenty forceful, with some good airtime pops in the drops and bunny hops, and strong laterals at the tight turns. Even though I'm not a big fan of wild mouse style coasters, these bobsleds always seem to deliver. The trains leave you feeling quite exposed, which adds to the fun factor of this layout. And the new for 2025 Mecalodon will soon beneath you as you traverse the first part of the layout. As they both have the vibrant blue track color, it looks like the track is all part of one roller coaster. But these are obviously completely different experiences. The biggest downside of Tiki Waka is the extremely low capacity. As each train only holds 4 people, the queue can really pick up, even on calm days. This is a coaster where the single rider queue is, most of the time, the far shorter wait. And if you like queues, look no further than number 7, Heidi The Ride at Plopsaland Belgium. Heidi The Ride is one of the most popular rides at Plopsaland Belgium, which may sound surprising, but keep in mind that the park is mostly themed to IPs for young kids. Combine this with the short trains and slow dispatches, and you will have a queue that will exceed every other ride at the park. This Great Coasters International wooden coaster is an incredibly fun ride, however. The 22 meter or 72 feet high drop sets the tone and throws you into this fun out and back layout. Heidi The Ride features many airtime hills, which will deliver some floater airtime, and you may experience a hint of ejector at some points. Its small stature also makes it feel faster than it actually is, reaching a top speed of 71 km per hour or 44 miles per hour. Pair this with the comfortable trains, and you have the best wooden coaster in Belgium. But one may argue that there are better coasters to queue up for at Plopsaland. More on those later. First, we return to Walibi Belgium for a coaster that has no right being this much fun. It is number 6, Pulsar. Pulsar is a mech power splash, and when it comes to the layout, it is just 2 spikes and a bunny hill. So why is Pulsar here? Well, despite its simplicity, Pulsar is quite a fun ride. After turning onto the launch track, the first launch backwards doesn't do much, but you will still end up close to vertical on the back spike. Then heading into the second launch, the train really picks up speed. The bunny hill will deliver floater airtime and you will go far up the vertical spike, before free falling back down. This brings you into the final launch, which throws you out of your seat with a backwards ejector airtime pop, and bring you up the 45 meter or 148 feet spike. As you're hanging up there, you can see the basin fill up with water, and before you know it, you'll get soaked by the resulting splash. It is a short and simple ride, but oh so effective. Especially on a hot day, this is a must ride at Walibi Belgium. And continuing the punchy launches, we are returning to Plopsaland Belgium for number 5, Anubis the Ride. Based on the House Anubis show from Studio 100, this Gerstlauer launch coaster is sure to pack a punch. From the turn out of the station, you will immediately hit the launch track, resulting in one of the punchiest launches in the world, bringing you to 90 km per hour or 56 miles per hour in just 2 seconds. This then throws you up at 34 meters or 112 feet top hat, and you will get ejected there. The ride then continues with a forceful layout, throwing you through a dive loop and an immelman before you will hit the mid-course brakes. This does slow down the ride a bit, but Anubis still finishes strong with a hang time-filled hardline roll. The main downside to this ride are the over-the-shoulder restraints. I personally didn't mind too much, but I know not everyone is fan of these. And if you are from the United States, you may have noticed this layout is pretty similar to Daredevil Dive at Six Flags Over Georgia. The only difference is that Daredevil Dive has a vertical lift hill, but I think I would prefer the launch myself. Let's continue the launches with the newest roller coaster on this list. It is number 4, Mecalodon at Walibi Belgium. This new for 2025 Gerstlauer airtime coaster may very well be one of the best coasters to open up in Europe this year. Walibi Belgium pulled out all of the stops for this dynamic ride, from creating the immersive themed area of Dog World to having the sprawling layout of this coaster weave through the newly created Dogtown. Mecalodon is a coaster that can be enjoyed by the entire family, and while it can be thrilling with its 3 launches, it's never too much. I would even go so far to say that the second and third launch are underwhelming. The same goes for the airtime. There are some good and fun pops of airtime, but it's never too strong. Mecalodon strikes a good balance, which makes it an enjoyable and smooth ride for everyone. I do want to add a side note here that for me, Mecalodon was a bit underwhelming. But that is because it got overhyped as a mini Taron. While I can see the resemblances within the layout and the launches, it is just unfair to compare the two. Mecalodon does a lot right and is an amazing addition for Walibi Belgium. I was going back and forth a bit on where to place Mecalodon, but it was just nearly beaten by number 3, Fury at Bobbejaanland. And that's for one simple reason. You can ride Fury backwards. It's hard to believe that this is the only coaster in the world that has such a voting system. But it's such a genius addition to this compact Gerstlauer Infinity coaster. If Fury could only go forward, it would still be a good launch coaster, but not more than that. It is a compact layout and packs quite a punch within this small space. The third launch brings riders up to the top speed of 106.6 km per hour or 67 miles per hour. This is an amazing experience to do backwards. You will then shoot up to 43 meters or 141 feet top hat, before dropping back down into the inversion heavy layout. While Fury is the best roller coaster at Bobbejaanland, it is still more of a supportive roller coaster. The backwards experience makes it special, but Bobbejaanland could still use that one truly standout roller coaster. And this brings us to the top 2. No matter which coaster you have on the top of your list, honestly, you can't go wrong. These are 2 world-class rides, and we're kicking it off with number 2, Kondaa at Walibi Belgium. This is everything I would have wanted Goliath at Walibi Holland to be. From getting ejected at the top of the lift hill into the twisting drop and only sitting back down at the valley, into strong and sustained ejector airtime over the camelback and outer bank turn. And then the absolutely relentless trip back towards the station with a constant barrage of airtime hills. Even the non-inverting Cobra roll felt just fine to me. The drop off of the 50 meter, 164 feet high lift hill is such an insane experience, especially at the back row. It really took me by surprise how strong this moment is. And with a top speed of 113 km per hour or 70 miles per hour, Kondaa keeps up the pace and makes every hill hit hard. Pair this with an amazingly themed area and you have an absolute winner. It is a coaster worth visiting Walibi Belgium for. And it's crazy that it's outdone by number 1, Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland Belgium. I'm still baffled that this coaster can be found in a children-focused theme park. But here we are. This Mach Extreme spinning coaster took the world by storm and is often regarded as the best roller coaster on earth. And I completely understand this praise. When you board the train, you should prepare for an incredibly dynamic ride. From the slow hardline roll out of the station into getting launched onto a 33 meter or 115 feet high top hat, which then drops you back into the layout with a 90-degree drop. You will spin through 5 different inversions, from a normal loop to banana roll and a step up on the flip. The ride to happiness just keeps going and going and has no dull moment in the ride. Even the bunny hills at the end of the ride can still eject you from your seat. It is an amazing experience from start to finish. Pair this with an amazing soundtrack that is synced to the ride, and you have a complete and elite roller coaster that is hard to beat. And best of all, Ride to Happiness doesn't pull the same kind of weight as the other coasters in the park, because it's simply too much for the average crowd that visits. Where this coaster will land on your list may also just depend on the rides you have gotten. But I have to say, dropping down the 90-degree drop while facing backwards in the final car is an experience you won't get anywhere else. Ride to Happiness truly lives up to its name, and it is a worthy #1 to this list. So much so that I ended up speedrunning all of the other coaster credits in my visit to Plopsaland Belgium. Check out whether I managed to reach Ride to Happiness in time here.